Here we are, the Wildlands finale. Whew. It has been a long time coming. 4 years of this campaign, which is possibly my longest running campaign, or one of them. Guys, you stand atop the stone spire called White Ridge Tower, on top of White Ridge Mountain, the home base and meeting place of the Swordwings. These incredible natural stone spires flanked, or twin spires, are flanked by two statues, hundreds of feet tall, rising up into the windy, cloudy, raining sky. Statues of Aarakocra of old, knights who, through the rise and fall of empires in the Wildlands, have attempted to prevent too much terrible chaos from reigning, or to prevent any one empire from gaining too much control. And now, standing here, you feel the thundering crash and crack, not just of thunder sent by the gods, but the trembling of the stone and earth beneath your feet, as down below you, breaking through the sides of the stone spires, are tremendous tentacles that glow with this purplish, astral, otherworldly sheen, as they have been sent from another location to invade this area. And as that tentacle reaches out and grabs an unfortunate swordwing that had flown down below the swirling cloud cover to see what the noise was, the rains hit. This torrential downpour you can feel with every droplet that hits you that it was sent by the cycle gods themselves. That this is a power of the deities. It would hit you like droplets of lead from the sky, instantly negating all magic. But there is an ability at play here that lessens a power of controlling the weather that is going to lessen the effect just enough that you aren't going to be completely crushed by it. But as soon as this wall of rain and wind hits you, You realize this is a civilization-ending doom. This is what Watch the Skies, the prediction, was all about. These are the cleansing rains, meant to stop any magical kingdom from rising up with too much hubris to take over. And of course, it has here been perverted and misused by those who dwell below, the Netheros. I am going to be doing some things with the map. And this is going to be a multi-part battle. But so the thing is that the stream may break, and I may disconnect from Discord at times because Roll20 can be a fickle lady, or Roll20 plus OBS. It's more OBS really. Can be a fickle lady, and we're going to put some strain on some things here for our battles. Can you guys confirm that you are looking at the nighttime version with the lamps lit of the White Ridge Tower?
Yep.
Select your token and roll initiative. As all of this goes in. Poor Kate is dealing with Rose, who is just absolutely livid that I didn't accommodate her desire to both stay up and get stories read to her. But we appreciate you, Kate, when you get back.
So, Max, should I go ahead and roll for the control weather thing that I'm trying to do with the orb? Or is that
I think we're going to make that a free
action
on your turn.
Okay. Cool.
Now, luckily, you rolled high on the initiative.
For, like, the first time this campaign.
When it really counted.
Yeah.
Okay. So, unless you tell me differently, per your previous instructions, most of the Swordwings are going to deal with the rank and file of the enemy. Is that about right, guys?
Oh, did we get those people?
What? Couldn't hear that. Did M say something?
I was actually talking to Jeremy.
Oh.
No, I did, and it came through on Jeremy's.
Oh,
He
okay.
I was talking to him.
So as these tentacles rip out of the earth, they're going to be flooding forth from the earthen extraplanar tunnels. Are going to come these stone-infused dwarf creatures, most with weird growths and tentacles. Wait, okay. Okay. There's a lot going on, guys. A lot going on. Haven't seen. It's been a little while since you saw these guys. But there are these robed cultists coming through as well. Okay. Flying like a streak, cutting through the clouds. comes a figure. As you look up, the heavy rain hits you. And in the same moment, for some of you, a heavy weight takes your heart as well. As you recognize, flying in above, a white-haired figure.
This piece of shit.
Seemingly, his flight abilities unaffected by the rains, which hitting you guys, you feel suddenly all of your magic deactivate. And all around you, with a chill, you see the dismay across the Swordwings' faces as the pelting, pounding rain zeroes out any magic items they're carrying. Okay. And yes, I have been saving this token all this time. Since I used it before. As Lou Koss, Lord Kills on Sight, cuts through the clouds, there's another peal of thunder. And a great wind kicks up. Scattering most of the Swordwings. So whatever battle formations they were in is going... I'm going to need all of you to make a strength saving throw, please. If you have any special abilities to resist being moved, call those out now. And you're going to have to mentally negate any magical stuff that you might have. Okay. No one has any advantages to this or anything? No? Just
No.
Right, just checking. Okay. Vapos, you are caught by the wind. And you are tossed. You're going to hit this tree right here. And so you are going to. You're knocked prone. And you take just 1 point of damage. But it wasn't just you, it was an entire battlefield of people. And all of you are going to get shifted somewhat. Including your bard ally. Kate?
Yeah.
What just happened? Why did he just disappear? Accidentally deleted him. I'm gonna have... Actually, no, never mind. I should have rolled initiative for him. Okay. Alright. There's a kind of a questing wind that shoves you unrelentingly. And you can tell that there's some spiraling bit of cloud caught in the wind that is questing down into the temples up here. And all the while the rain is pelting down. This is the doom that consumed Legrana, that drowned Legrana. But Vapos can now act, and as a free action, he can roll a 50%, I think it was.
It's a 50%, and I can invest some key into it
Okay.
for cumulative +1.
So it's a D20
So-
roll, I think I said. Yes.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to invest 4 key to get a +4 to the roll.
All right, here we go. First roll. Oh, well, I guess we're save. Woo!
All right,
All right.
15.
So, the storm lets up ever so slightly. It's still a heavy rain and storm. However, your magic items come up and you can use spells. So, the cleansing rain is this doom is kind of flickering in and out, and you can feel the magic of the cracked storm globe, storm orb, straining against this terrific doom. All right, Vapos, go ahead.
All right, so I am going to stand up. Which uses half of my movement, so I've got 25 feet left. And I'm going to get right up next to all of these guys. And I'm going to activate my Body of the Elemental Self.
Okay.
So it's going to be a DC 17 Dexterity save for all of the enemies in the area against 8 force damage.
Okay. Save for half?
Save for none.
Okay. All right. Helping out there. You blast them. You remember fighting some of these guys before.
Yes, and I'm going to devote just a single attack to this guy here, the spellcaster-looking one.
Okay.
That's going to be a 25 to hit. for 13 force damage.
Yes, that is a hit. Why just a single attack?
As I'd spent a bunch of key on doing the...
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, 13 force damage as your arm strikes him and cracks some stone off of the stone caster there. The elements themselves are battling you. Whoops. I subtracted too much damage from him. What next?
That's going to be it for me.
Okay. Akiri, you are up next. Akiri, you on your turn, Akiri, you can all feel the shifting of the elements themselves. The world seems to wheel and turn, to spin. The sky is falling. And yet, Daisio sits. You can see him sitting on a pillow in there. A brooding look upon his beak. Staring at some burning incense. Cross-legged. He's all geared up for battle, but he hasn't moved. So, Akiri, in this fight, you and you alone are going to have, well, really two important abilities. One of them is going to be that you can speak to Daisio and urge him to action. He will listen to a Aarakocra.
Okay.
The other ability is going to speak with your brother, although that's not necessarily... You're not going to have to make a check for that.
Gotcha.
That'll come up in a bit.
Okay. Seeing that you're still kind of in the house, in the building, while this is raging on, strikes Akiri as very odd.
What's odd?
Seeing that you're just sitting.
Yes.
Well, this is all. So what she's going to do is she's going to, trying to stay in the lee of the wind with the houses. She's going to try and work her way over to where Daisio is in his building.
You make your way through the pelting rain and burst in through the open archway of the temple. The Phoenix, the one and only Phoenix Aarakocra, looks up at you with burning amber-colored eyes. Finally, he says, the breaking of the cycle has come. Are you going to move your character for me?
Yes.
You're going to have to push through the wind and the rain.
Like right there. That seems about it.
Okay. So he looks up and says that to you.
Wow, that also strikes her as really odd. Akira's gonna say, Daisio, we need your help out here. Come on, let's get going.
Make a roll. So that could be either persuasion, or it could be insight to try and figure out what's going on with him and empathize.
Let's do insight. Because she's just trying to figure out what's going on. She doesn't know shit.
Okay. At least it's a free action. What else do you want to do?
Full ruler.
Was that the end of your turn? I didn't hear.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
That'll be good.
Okay. Denisio slowly gets up. Heaves a heavy sigh. Did it just fucking delete him? Why the fuck did it do that?
No, he's still here on our end.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I deleted him from the turn order by clicking on his
Oh,
icon,
rip.
which is not what I expected. It's not expected behavior. He gets up from the pillow and sighs. You hear this, just very slowly, really taking like 6 seconds about it,
Taking the full turn.
He says, I am so tired. I am so tired. That's his entire turn. Meanwhile, Bella, you're looking over.
Sorry, can I just say for the record, big mood.
Big mood.
Yeah.
Big mood. This wave. So this is all happening at the same time, you guys. There's this wave of energy that is flowing over everything, and you can feel as the rain is pelting down, and the holes are coming up through the ground, letting forth these tremendous tentacles. You can feel reality shifting, twisting, bending. It reminds you of the Goblin City, the Goblin Town, where the goblins ruled over all for because that was just the way things were. It reminds you of when Bella's father put on the crown of Westhead, and he was king. Not by virtue of anything except that. It reminds you of when you saw those who dwell below, the Netheros, in your little town that the campaign started in, when the whole universe just seemed to suddenly shift. You can feel that starting. But then, against that tide, there steps forth Vadani Kithrath into the pelting rain. For a second, he just looks like an older middle-aged man who's very wet and bedraggled. But then he strikes a pose and looks more dramatic the wind blowing his hair back like an anime character. And he opens his mouth and lets forth the most pure note of sung music you've ever heard. And honestly, it's the beginning of a very, very out-of-date and old bar song. But it absolutely pushes back against this rumbling shift in reality that the four elements are coming together to twist and change. And you can see him struggling there. He is also going to... Yeah, he is struggling. That was his role. He is also going to grant inspiration to Bella. And he is going to cast Hypnotic Pattern over these guys.
Awesome.
So most of this group starts swaying in place, dazed and confused. This is a brain no worky symbol. What's the range on your blast, Vapos?
It was 10 feet.
Oh, okay. I did not roll for the tentacle, which I should have done. So, oh, he made the save.
Okay.
It. All right. That brings us... So he is now concentrating, which I'm going to... I have a lot to keep track of, so I'm going to give myself an icon to remember that. How about this bleeding eye? The forces arrayed against you. Okay. So the tentacle that you just blasted bends around and reaches to strike you, Vapos.
Okay.
Okay. Will a 22 hit you?
Yes.
Okay. Oh. Oh no, it's significantly lower than that.
Okay. My AC is 17.
Oh really? Well, it's gonna hit you.
Okay.
Okay. Just looking at some abilities here. Okay, so you are grappled, and the tentacle does 10 bludgeoning damage to you. You're grappled and
Okay.
restrained.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Get grappled and restrained just by getting hit? That's not good.
Mm-hmm. Yep. These things are bad, and you can actually are close enough to see that it is coming through a hole in the ground, but that hole reaches into like a teleportation opening, like a rent in reality. This guy's going to turn around, and you are getting blasted. So you've got a cultist on you. This guy's swinging an axe. You've got some stone guys, so you are getting attacked, Vapos. You are getting critted.
Hey.
You are going to take 7 points of damage. Nope, that's that would be 9 points of damage. Then you are pummeled by stony fists. You're going to be hit both times. Once for 5 and once for 8 damage. A fiery dagger is going to slash at you from this cultist. Yeah, he's going to miss. And then I'm going to... Let's see. Yes. So this guy's going to realize that his magic is working. You're going to need to make a dexterity saving throw, as you are restrained and grappled. But it could get
That gives
even
me
worse.
disadvantage.
So it'll be a disadvantage. Yeah.
Okay. That is a 9.
Yes, it is.
Oh, actually, wait. Is this a spell that is targeting only me?
It's an area spell. No, it is in fact targeting only you. Yes.
Okay, then I have advantage on saving throws against it. So that's a 20.
Very nice.
Because I've got my Ring of Spell Turning.
Ooh. Alright, so you will take half of 13, and we will not have any other adverse effects.
And if I pass, or thanks to evasion, because it was a dexterity save, I take no damage.
Very nice. Okay. That brings us... Nope. That does not bring us to breath. I am getting way ahead of myself. There are so many more bad guys that need to go. This guy's going to step forward, and he's going to pull out a sling. And he pulls out a flaming, sticky rock that you may remember from the Scarred Earth cultists before. And he's going to swing that around and throw the stone. And he's striking at that fellow. He's going to miss. These guys are yelling. This guy goes over here and takes his... yeah, he's going to do a throwing axe. Okay. Then we have 2 more ranged attacks. These are coming at Vidani Kithrath. Alright. So Vidani ducks and dodges. Ah! You see him grazed by some of the attacks. but he maintains concentration. These stony dwarves and other cultists are they're coming through the hole made by the tentacles, and they seem to be doing something odd. They're calling back through the hole made by the tentacles, as though calling for additional allies. Breath.
Don't like the sound of additional allies. So first thing, I'm going to step over to my new best friend. I am going to bonus action Rage.
Okay.
We'll activate my Aura of the Storm, and I'm going to do just a little bit of static electricity damage. I don't know if that went through.
Okay.
Well, I'm clicking on things and it's not doing anything, which is always exciting. But I'll
there's probably
figure
gonna be
that out.
some-
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. We're putting a lot
So
of
it's
strain on this.
2 damage. 2 lightning damage.
Okay. 2 lightning damage against who? Are you not seeing any pings?
I was unable to hear what you said, so that's okay, because I'm going to go ahead and do some reckless attacks.
Okay. Oh no, Danielle can't access her character sheet. What the heck? Her character sheet is gone. What the hell?
What?
No, there it is. There it is. Okay. No, I didn't see it because it's just not showing up for Danielle. But I can see it. Alright. Phew. I wonder if the stream is still up. Just been paying attention to the game. Alright, so reckless attacks. Right? Voice isn't coming through 2 reckless attacks. Yeah. Just letting it load.
Those are both a 16 to hit it, plus whatever my modifier is for them.
Okay. Bref, what's your passive perception?
$17.
Okay. Bref, in response to the calls from the cultists, as your weapon is cleaving into this enemy, you're gonna see something moving, poking through the ground, coming from the astral tear made by the tentacles. How much damage do you do?
Let's find out.
I'd make reference to that based on anime hair. I would take all the animes and Twitch doesn't let me post something that lengthy. Says the man with no. Well, my chat is gone, so I can't see the stream chat anymore. That's really great. Good job, Twitch. It shouldn't even be possible.
Max. Oh my gosh. Max, you only have yourself to blame for this. You did mention by name those who dwell below. They don't like that.
Shit, I did. I tried to move. I tried to look at the
So
chat.
that's 2 plus 2.
I was just reading the jokes.
9,
I was just trying to read your jokes.
17. So it's 23 slashing damage and my fantastic double ones on damage. 17 poison damage for a total of 40 damage to my new best friend. And that will end my turn.
Well, great job. That is going to manage to take him down in one turn. That'd be just enough. That gray-skinned, stone and tentacle infused creature goes down. Okay. Pass over one anime joke, and now you tempt me with a grappled and strained by a tentacle comment. Alright, got it, man. That's no screen name. Did you guys hear me about taking that guy, that enemy down?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Alright. Okay. There are more pouring through down below. Sezig Lagaduk flies up. And he turns toward you guys and he says, "Will you have me lead the squads to the enemies down below?" And you can see dozens more dwarves and tentacular creatures, some infused with stone, others with flame. In the pouring wind and rain, they're climbing up the side through the cloud cover. So he is asking if you want him to go in and deal with that. Take the squads down there. So he's asking you guys. The nearest people are Bella and Vapos, but Vapos is surrounded by enemies and maybe busy.
Yeah, I think Vapos is a little too focused to answer that question.
Yes, you try to hold them off, and we'll deal with the ones that are up here.
All right, sword wings, charge! So, with that, the bulk of the swordwing forces over here dive down to fight many enemies down below. So congratulations, because at the end of the round I was going to roll 2d20 for how many climb up. More enemies. Oh. Well, hopefully your character sheet is working next time we play, Danielle. We'll talk to you again soon.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Good night, Mavra.
Good night.
Night, Mavra.
Good night. Good night.
Good night. All right. So there's a chaotic melee happening on the other side of the bridge over there. As the sword wings start diving down, even through the rain, their wing blades flashing bravely in the night. They are opposed, of course, by the sticky, flaming stones that drag them down to earth, and the spells and weapons of the scarred earth called Allied, with Sezengam's tentacled enemies, creatures. However, at the moment, it would appear as though the Sword Wings have the upper hand. This is their territory, after all, and they, even in the rain, they know how to fight. They know how to fight here. So that is happening on the other side of the bridge. However, there does seem to be some kind of movement below the roots, and something sticks up from the ground below. Coming forth from the area where the tentacles are. Akiri, on your turn, please remind me to give you a message from your brother.
Okay.
Bella's turn. Wait. Yes. No, not quite. There's still a couple of sword wings up here that are swooping in to help you with these guys. No, this one joined Sezek. So they are making a couple of attacks. Alright. Alright. So that is going to make it Maver's turn. Ugh. In this giant combat, she didn't even get a turn before she had to go.
C'est la vie.
Oh well.
She did leave me instructions that her primary concern right now is going over to help Vapos.
Okay.
So she is going to hop on over. And I think to start with, she's going to start wailing on this guy
Okay.
to the south.
All right.
So let's see if roll 20. Hey, roll 20 does like it when she attacks.
Hey, what'd you get?
So that is a 24 to hit.
Yeah, that's a hit. How much damage?
13. What is going on?
13 to hit. That's a miss.
Yeah. No.
13
20.
damage.
It was a 20. Yeah, 13 damage.
All right.
And then a higher number for 15 damage.
So well, she's actually going to take down the robed guy with with the 13 damage. He collapses inwards into ash and sand as he is hollow on the inside.
And now I'm kind of worried he's going to become even more powerful than I could possibly imagine. But we'll deal with that later. So the second attack and third attack will instead be directed at our new best friend to the east.
All right.
Which was a 29 to hit. And then the third attack is a 16 to hit.
Those are These are the. This is the guy. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to say what this guy did. The 16 will actually miss this guy.
Okay, so just 15 then. 15 damage.
Damage. Okay. You got it.
That will do it for Mavra's turn.
So after striking him, the stone on his armor shifts and reacts. And you think it's his defenses have changed, or his offenses, perhaps. Okay. A voice comes from above. Blow wind, fall rain, burn flame, rise. Servants from below. I'm gonna ask. Well, actually, I'm gonna roll. What I'm gonna do. Okay.
All right, Max. Did Bella get her turn?
Did I skip Bella?
I think that.
I
you did.
skipped Bella because you were. Yes, I did skip you. I'm so sorry, Bella.
No problem.
This is the perfect time to go.
All right, so I am going to give Bardic Inspiration to Vapos. And then I'm going to cast Hold Monster on the tentacles that are on Vapos.
Nice.
Thank you.
Okay. Make an Arcana check, my Lore Bard.
That's just a 12.
Vapos, you're not trained in Arcana, right?
No, I am not.
Bella, with a 12, you can tell there's something weird going on. Vapos, I mentioned this to you visually, but there's something weird going on where and you noticed this before when you encounter these tentacles, right? There's something happening that's like partially they burrowed through the earth, and then also partially like there's some kind of extraplanar travel through the elemental plane of earth that's happening in order to bring them here.
Mm-hmm.
Beyond that, you don't necessarily understand, Bella, yet. But
All right,
when you cast the spell on it, you get a kind of particular feedback, magic feedback.
All right. Okay.
And it will fucking fail the save. Wait, is it wisdom? Yeah. Actually, do they use their own, or do they use the casters?
If it's considered a summoned creature, it would probably use its own.
We're gonna go with that. Oh, and by the way, Bella, take inspiration for. Thank you for dealing with Rose. It was not easy.
Oh, sure. Thank you.
Okay, so it will fail, and it will release Vapos.
Awesome.
However, the opening is still there. Did you want to move on your turn? Because you're in like a wet tree right now.
Yeah, I will move.
This guy, by the way, next to you, he's a knight. who spent his turn extricating himself from the tree and moving over here to guard the library temple with this fellow.
Cool. I guess that's my whole turn.
Cool. All right. So Lou dives across the sky and calls out, "Blow wind, tumble rain, rise, servants of the Netherose." And his voice seems to carry throughout the battlefield, filling the air, booming out louder than the thunder and lightning and rain. And then exploding up from below, there come some creatures. And I just rolled those dice. And from the opening over here, burrowing up, you can see something, a armor plate sticking up above the ground just before it erupts forth. And then down on the southern end of the map, erupting forth into this chaotic melee, a huge-sized, elemental stone-infused Bulette.
Oh my gosh, he's friend-shaped.
That's not what I was expecting you to say.
I think I said it last time I saw these two.
Oh. These things.
Mm-hmm. So, Vapos, you're getting attacked.
Also, I'm pretty
Okay.
sure that was a Kiri just channeled through me there for a second. Just like, OMG, friend.
So, is a 20 going to hit you, Vapos?
Yes, it will.
All right. So go ahead and take 30 points of, no, 34 points of piercing damage.
Oh.
Meanwhile, Bref, you're getting bit. Is a 20 going to hit you, Bref?
Yes, it will.
26 points of piercing damage as the armored beak bites down on you. Down south on the map, the larger, more terrible version of this thing changes the fight dramatically. Leaping up into the air while ridden by this person who's throwing elemental spells into the air and brings down two of the sword wings immediately. Sorry, one of the sword wings immediately. Heedless of landing on its own enemies or its own allies, they try to tumble out of the way. Okay, so that brings us to Vapos' turn.
Okay. Vapos is not looking so great, but he's also surrounded by enemies. So he is going to let out, or he's going to launch a pair of attacks. I think he's going to continue to focus on this spellcaster that he already started attacking.
Okay.
So he's going to launch 2 attacks against him.
Mm-hmm.
First one.
Are the rains going to take effect?
Oh, or is that an every turn thing?
Oh no, it's. Did I say it was only when you swap maps?
I thought that it was just a one-time effect, and then, or the way that you described it was the first time, or I would roll it the first time, and then the orb shatters.
You felt the orb break. I said that. Yes. Continue.
Okay.
It means the enemies can use magic too, of course.
Okay. Yeah. So 2 attacks against this guy, starting things off.
Okay.
So that's a 17 to hit.
Hit.
That's going to be 20 force damage.
Okay, he wobbles. Nearly, but not quite going down.
All right, and then second attack is a 22 for 10 force damage.
All right, that'll finish him off. Before he got to use any really powerful spells.
I'm glad. And then I am going to spend some ki and use my bonus action to dodge.
Okay.
And that will be my turn.
Vapos, I messed something up, and I have to take something back.
Okay.
What would have been the killing blow? He uses his reaction and uses a power given to him by the wind, Netheros. And he is going to get blown by a gust of wind out of the way of what would have been the killing attack.
All right. Well, there's not much I can do about that. So
Does that
that's
change-
that's still going to be the end of my turn.
Okay. Whoosh. Okay. That brings us to Akiri's turn.
Alright, she's gonna try and get. Going to try and get. Well, glancing on the battlefield, she's going to see that Vegas is doing everything on it. And if she had lips to chew at, that's what she'd be doing. But she turns to look at. Turns to look at.
Deisio?
Deisio. Thank you. Deisio. And it's like, come on, we need help out here. Please.
He stares at you with those amber, fiery eyes. His sword still in his sheaths. You want to roll insight or persuasion?
Inside again. It's a 15.
Say again?
It's just a 15.
A 15? I mean, you can definitely tell that a fey mood is upon him. And remembering what you've been hearing of, what you've heard about him before, you're realizing, like, there's definitely something wrong with him emotionally. But perhaps you already knew that. Alright, so that was a free action?
Mm-hmm. And then she's gonna take a couple steps out into the wind and the rain. And looking past all the craziness that's happening, she's going to target Vapors for a quick heal.
Back out into the rain. You trying to get the heal to go? There it goes. Oh. Now there's a nice big button. Show spell description. That's cool. Okay, so Vapos has taken some heals. What else?
Awesome.
Girls?
I guess that's also. There isn't really much anything else she
Deicio's
can do.
turn. Sorry?
There isn't really much else she can do, so that's it for now.
Okay. On Deicio's turn, he slowly walks to the door, peers up at the rain, he says. And he looks over at this cultist, and he says, so long have I fought you. And for what? To save a kingdom for them? And he gestures at the Lu Kos. I want this to be over. And he starts removing his armor. You hear Lu laughing, and with his laugh, it comes from all directions. Imagine that oppressive sound, just like the pressure in your head. Long have you wilted, the winged one who would be a god. You will not oppose us. And you can feel reality twisting, as though a distant art and artifice were leaking through into this world, shifting, changing. You start to feel as though, more and more as though, Lu is a lord or a leader that you would have no choice to follow. You're starting to feel like that. What's this guy gonna do? He looks over at you, Bella. Vidani. He grabs your hand. And he says, we have to push back. Our great works. We need them. And he is singing and nodding toward the book that you were working on.
All right.
Unfortunately, his singing is not doing the trick at the moment. And he pauses in his song to hiss viciously at this guy near Daisio, who fails and takes some psychic damage. Ah! Alright. Time for some enemies to go. Curls, you didn't remind me.
Nope, I didn't. It's okay, I forgot to.
Okay, next time. Alright. These tentacles are under hold person. So we're gonna try to break that. What's the DC on hold person?
18.
Okay. So amazingly, that's still held. These guys are making some attacks over here. Alright, so this Swordwing takes some damage. The blue, but does not get brought down to the ground. So that's good. This guy turns and attacks Daisio, who offers no resistance. Ah! He does some damage, stabbing into the chest of the Phoenix Aarakocra. Okay, and that combat continues. Vapos. This guy just got slashed by her axes, and you see his stone armor shift and change. And he now has little axe blades on his stone armored fists that he swings at you, Vapos.
Okay. He's got disadvantage because of my dodging.
Alright, well then it's just going to be a straight roll. Because he's flanking you.
Okay.
Okay. So he's going to get a hit on you. And, he is going to deal 15 points of damage.
Ease.
as the axe blade that looks like the blade that hit him bites into you. The gift of the hollow earth. You're also getting attacked by this gray-skinned dwarf creature who is disadvantage, but also advantage from flanking, because you didn't move, right? You're still there.
Yep,
And,
I'm still there.
He is going to hit, and he is going to deal 5 points.
Okay.
All right. The general melee continues down in the south, and they're pretty locked in down there. It's not really. There's a lot of bloodshed, but until you guys go to that part of the map, we don't have to worry about that. Ah, yes. So this guy is ready to cast his good spell, Erupting Earth. He doesn't have a great... Ah, there we go. He's going to target it so that it hits Bella and Vidani, who are both concentrating on spells. It's going to hit Bella, Vidani, and Curls. Oh, no, I can, and Bref. It's going to hit you 4. So I'll roll for Vidani. But I need dexterity saving throws for Bella, Curls, and Bref.
The big ol' 16 for breath.
Okay.
I got a 24.
Nice.
There you go, a 16.
Okay. So the ground explodes. The earth shooting up, churned earth and stone in for 20 feet across. You're all going to take half of 24 damage. That will trigger a concentration saving throw, which Vidani's going to get a natural 20 on. So he concentrates all the harder on Hypnotic Pattern.
Yeah, I fail.
You failed your concentration? Okay. So, the tentacles are no longer held. Yeah, right? That's how that works?
I believe so.
Alright. Cool. That brings us... So this area in the green square is now difficult terrain from the Erupting Earth spell. And with that, this fellow is going to move over here, and he's going to draw a red potion. But he can't drink it yet. Okay, Bref's turn.
Right. Difficult terrain. I'm going to move to the south down here.
Okay.
Would love to take another step, but then this asshole would get to attack me, so I'm just going to stay right here and recklessly attack this large, angry armadillo. why are you only showing the damage and not the rolls? That's not helpful.
If you mouse over, it doesn't show the rolls.
Oh my gosh.
There's some kind of
So that's a
setting.
12 to hit.
Wow.
A 17 to hit.
The dice are abandoning you. What's your special ability that you have for this fight?
Can move when the map changes.
Ah.
Well, I am going to bonus action do a lightning zap and do 4 points of damage to my new friend. Woo! And that will end my turn.
Okay. All right. Let's see if how the fight goes on the southern portion of the map. Okay. So the even with so the Swordwings have suffered a massive setback. One of their number is downed, but they are otherwise trying to get out of reach of this creature, and diving and slashing with their wing weapons and ranged weapons, and holding their own for the moment. Okay, it's Bella's turn.
Well, frustratingly, I can cast another concentration spell. So I guess I could try that.
Do you want to, as a free action, do you want to engage to... What was your ability? Your special ability that for your masterwork?
Wasn't it that my bardic inspiration lingered for more than one round?
That's cool. Yes. So in this fight, Bella, you can, as a great bard, a great bard, you can try to step into that role and help Vidani push back against the changing of reality. And so that is a free action that you can declare on your turn, or you can choose not to engage on that plane.
No, I absolutely want to do it.
Okay. So that will be a charisma roll. That you can get +1 for all of the for calling upon your past actions as explorer of the Wildlands, which is your art.
Okay. All right, interesting. I think what I'm going to do at this point is cast Spirit Guardians on myself and try to move in range of some people.
Okay. Actually, hold that thought for a second, okay?
Yeah.
Breath.
Yeah.
I think the roll 20 wasn't working well, and I got distracted at a critical moment. Did you get a 17 to hit the Bulette?
Yeah, I got a 17 to hit this large snaky friend below me.
Yes, that was actually
Yes.
a hit.
Oh, okay. In that case, it did a whole 8 damage.
Okay. Well, we shall dutifully record it anyway. Okay. Now, back to Bella's turn. So, Bella, you are not attempting that Great Bard at the moment. You're first going to cast Spirit Guardians. Is that what I'm understanding from you?
Yes.
All right. So, glowing purple books spread out in a 15-foot radius from you. And what else were you doing?
And I was gonna move.
All right. You push through the mud and the broken earth from the spell. Now churned by rain.
All right. Yeah. I understand from what you're saying that I can use my new Great Bard ability on this turn.
Yeah. You
All
can
right.
make a charisma roll, and if you can name something from your travels that applies, you get a bonus.
All right. All right, I'm gonna do it.
Okay, so you start declaiming. Your special ability is writing, but you start essentially writing out loud, and trying to change or trying to push back against the reality shift that's coming through. You feel like you're pushing against your father's energies as well as others. And you can feel that energy as you do this, Bella. You can feel that energy coming to you from other battlefields that are here and present, even though not currently visible. So, is there something you wanted to call on?
Well, I'm thinking of the time that Vapos was like soloing the Bulette in the tree.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'll tell that story, I guess.
Amazing. You tell this story as a traveler of the monk in a tree with the jumping Bulette. Okay, so that'll give you advantage on this charisma roll.
Well, I rolled 2 20s, so.
Oh my gosh. So you can feel things shifting and changing. Your narrative pushing back against the view of reality that is coming to you from another plane of existence. And that will have a definite effect. So we're now going to start tracking this in the upper corner, because until you actually, used your newfound powers, you wouldn't be aware. But there's actually 2 fails on the board already. from Vadani Kithreth failing. Sorry.
Yikes.
But now you have a success up on the board.
All right. I guess that's my turn.
Indeed. That brings us to Maver's turn.
Mavra is definitely intent on continuing to help Vapos, and so she's going to continue to attack this rock person. But now that he is no longer restrained, he is going to take one step onto the difficult terrain so that she can gain flanking with this person.
Cool.
That's a 32 to hit? How's that? She rolled a 19. Oh, that's how it's possible.
He's got a massive plus 12 to her attacks, too.
Yes.
That's a hit.
Oh, and a critical.
Ooh.
And a 25.
Yes.
So it's 13 plus 28, 36, 46, 51 damage altogether from Dragon's Bite.
Well, bam! She cuts deeply into the stone armor with this first hit. Crunch! She does on a backswing on this second hit. The guy staggers in the muddy terrain, and then she raises her axe and brings it down in one fell stroke, splitting open his stone breastplate and driving him to his knees and then the ground. That guy goes down.
Awesome. That will end her turn.
Okay. Stepping up, the great bard of astrology looks up at the she throws back her hood and peers up into the rain. And her eyes glow with starlight. And you feel, somehow you can tell that she can peer through the clouds as she pulls out a telescope. And she says simply, "It is true. Those with curled feathers shall be the ones who save us all from the skies." And her voice is quiet but filled with conviction. Unfortunately, not that much conviction. So basically, you're outperforming both of the real, legit, fully confirmed great bards who are here, Bella.
Fantastic.
But she seems annoyed as she puts away the telescope, but you can feel reality shifting, closing in. There's like you can feel brushstrokes of the painting. You look around, and you're realizing, the twisted version of the energy you felt when the muse spoke directly to you. I'm speaking to all of you right now. And you look around and you realize the thought comes unbidden to your brain, as though someone were speaking it to you from a great distance or down the hall. This map was painted by the Chepeku Patreon, and some of these tokens were created by ForgottenRealms.net. Forgotten Adventures. And you shake it off, but the thought remains. As reality is shifting and bending and breaking. There's some booming laughter as Lucas flies across the battlefield and says, "This is even easier than I expected." And he's going to fly over there. He's going to snap his fingers. And these 4 Aarakocra, their wings beat on nothing. There's no air suddenly underneath their wings. And 3 of them tumble to the ground. One swings around and manages to regain her poise in the air and ability to fly. Lou goes, "Blow wind, quake earth," and you feel this earthquake from below. "Smolder lava. Wash away all rain. A new cycle begins. A new era." And you sense, you see movement through the portals opened by the tentacles. Vapos. Oh wait, you have to get attacked by Bullets first.
Okay.
It seems very interested in biting you. An 18 to hit.
I've disadvantage against me.
I forgot. That's still active, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay, so 18. Oh, no, sorry, 9. Half.
Yeah, 9 misses.
Okay. This guy... Oh, wait, he started his turn in your aura, Bella.
Oh, yeah.
He fails. What was the damage?
18.
It's pretty good. Okay, it does not like that, but it has nowhere else to go if it wants to continue to attack Vapos. So it's going to stick it out for the moment. Because this is a cliff out of which this thing is sticking out. So, yeah. This guy... fails, taking 18 points of damage. Wow. He is slammed by more purple books. Oh, wait. haven't checked in on the Twitch chat in a while. Oh, look at me! I'm the great bard now. Exactly. Okay, so it is going to follow the commands of its masters, and it's going to amble forward, and it is going to try to bite you, Bella.
Yikes.
Chomp. And 9.
Nope.
I should have done its leaping, shake the ground and slam you down attack. But I didn't. Okay, but that is what this thing does down here. It jumps up in the air and snaps its jaws at landing with a heavy thud on the swaying roots in the rain. Yes. And then a spell erupts from its rider. Okay. So this guy dodges out of the way. Or, no, doesn't dodge out of the way. He resists it. With a lucky roll. But this one's not so lucky. So the jaws snap that sword wing in half. He gives a last screech of defiance as the incredibly powerful stone-infused Bulette jaws crunch him. All of a sudden, the situation in the southern part of the map looks very different. And they are continuing to enact some kind of ritual around the opening and the tentacles there. Vapos, go fast, if you can.
Okay. Yeah, Vapos does not want whatever's about to come out of these tentacle tunnels to show up. So he is going to focus his attacks on them. We're going to start